The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
I had a concert in Petach Tikva. I'm remembering this is way back, and the producer of the show, Yaakov, do me one favor. He said, "I need you to come over before you even start singing to this person in the wheelchair and speak with them." I said, "Okay, of course." I'll never forget running over to the guy. The guy's an older man, and he tells me, "You have no idea what I've been through and what the music has done." I had a whole 10-minute conversation with him, but he tells me, he says, when he was in a coma, all the family was hearing from him was the high part of Im Eshkachech, and I think it was Rachem also. I think so. All the words that he was able to say while he was out is that song coming from his neshama. And he said, my family wasn't so religious. I wasn't so religious. When I came out of it through those songs, and they heard me singing those songs, my whole house transformed into a new. And I had a whole nice, beautiful conversation with him. I told him, what is a chut? Is this chut? Lishmoa dvarim ka'ele. I said, that makes my mission so clear. It's so clear that this is what we should be doing. And I told him, thank you. Thank you for sharing your story. And I proceeded to do the concert. I dedicated those songs to him and his family. And I said, what a beautiful thing. He's healthy now. Well, of course, he's in a wheelchair. It will take him time to get out. I'll never forget finishing that concert. And I always finished a concert on a Thursday night and ran straight to the airport because I always made it a pact that I'll always be back for Shabbos. I run to they didn't know me already over there. I'm running into El Al and all that. And a lot of times you run into the thing. There are desks with a lot of people waiting for the tickets and I'm late and they're already calling me from El Al. Where are you, Yaakov? And I come and I see a bunch of this. I go to one of the girls. And I'm like, hi, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm late. This, that. Okay, we know you. She looks at my passport and she sees my name. She said, did you just do a concert in Petach Tikva? I said, yeah, I can. She says, I'm so upset I missed it. I was overhearing it over my phone. And you should know my family wasn't so religious. But my father was in a coma. And my father was, got out of it through your music and through the songs. I said, is your father, was his name so-and-so? I just spoke to, she goes, yeah, it's my father. I said, no, I had a whole conversation with him. I said, what are the chances I'm going to get you? There's a whole 100 people here. She said, and I had a whole conversation with her too about religion. She's coming back to religion and that was her father. So the chances of me meeting her father and then meeting her working at Alal, missing the concert. Yeah. And that was another one.
Wait, did you make the flight in then?
She said, by the way, anytime you need to make a flight and I'm here, let me know.
Alal hooking it up.
She helped me out. But I don't know. Those stories are just, I don't know if I ever shared that before. There's one more that I shared before, and I shared it in my friend, Reb Gedalia Zlotowitz from Arts Grill, who I'm very, very close to. Yisrael Besser was also there at the time. This is not too long ago. It was the first time I ever shared it. We were doing a Kumsitz album, my first Kumsitz album. Not talking about those were the days that I did lately and brought back a lot of the older Jewish music that the youth actually should know what beautiful songs we had. The first Kumsitz album, my manager and producer back then, my dear friend Yochi Briskman, who have tremendous hakaras hatov to. I was with him for 15 years. And he tells me, Yaakov, I found out all the songs who composed what, because we want to give credit to the composer. We're singing songs, some of them passed away, some of the older songs, you want to give credit, you want to write inside who composed what. There's one song that nobody knows. Nobody knows who composed the song. I said, I got to find out somehow. I cannot. Ki atohu balai shuvo suvat hanechomois oy 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 ki atohu hui balai shuvo suvat hanechomois. A stunning song that I sing in my house, in this house, every Shabbos, and we don't know who wrote it. I get out of the studio. I get a phone call from my aunt Sarah Malka, who's at Tzaddikus, still living, Baruch Hashem, my father's sister. her husband passed away, but she's still living and she's giving classes to so many people and helping so many people. She goes, I said, Auntie Sarah, why do I have this chus that you call me at 11 o'clock at night? She says, my friend is very, very sick with muscular dystrophy. I sleep by her a few times a week. And the one thing she appreciates is your songs and music. Are you able to come ever to visit her? I said, Auntie Sarah, actually, I'm in Brooklyn right now. Is it too late? She goes, no, the whole family is here. I'm here actually now. The whole can you come? All right. I shoot right over. I start singing this. I proceed to go there. There's a room, and this woman, unfortunately, is laid out on this hospital bed, and all the children around her, all her children. And she only can move her eyelids through the letters of the computer and say A, B, C, Aleph, Beis. And it's very hard for her to get one sentence out. But she tells me, I told her, I have plenty of time. I want you to tell me exactly the songs you want to hear, and I'll sing it. She proceeds to tell me how much she loves Mama Rachel and how much it means to her. Start singing the song. The kids start singing along. And you see her eyes, even just a little bit. You see the joy. You see the joy, even if she can't move her body and show, but you see in her eyes, sometimes in their eyes you could see everything. And you see that joy emanating, coming through. I start to get emotional, and she gets emotional, the kids get emotional. Start singing. And I proceed to sing Shema, and Mishkachech, and a lot of the songs that I do. Finally, I say, you know what? Plenty of time. She goes, okay, what were you working on today? I said, I did a medley. I said, you know what's funny? I did a medley, and I did one of my favorite songs, and nobody knows who composed the song. She goes, what's that? That's a back and forth conversation for a while. I start to sing, Ki atohu balai shuro suva, and I sing. And the husband says, it's funny that you mention it. I composed that song.
Whoa.
I was 14 I think he was 14 or 16, I'm not sure. I composed that song in Camp Colorina when I was a teenager. He is an artist today. He's an artist for a long time. I think a famous artist, Rabbi Yonah Weinreb, composed the song. His wife, unfortunately, passed away after many, many tzaras. But that song, that night, that time, that place, Hashem was able to take me by the hand through my Auntie Sarah, who gave me a big zchus to sing for a person that was suffering and give them a little joy, in their sorrow. But at the end of the day, he composed that song, and I was able to, Hashem, you're taking me by the hand. You're leading me by the hand through every detail of life. Even when I'm searching for a composer of a song, you're giving me a zchus to sing for his wife who's suffering.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org